What's up guys, it's Jack here again with another video, and today I'm going to be talking you through how to calculate your return on investment, okay? Your ROI. Okay, so when you buy an investment property to rent out, you can stack it in a way you can find out the ROI, okay? So you know whether it's a good investment or not. It's something that I learned very early on, how to calculate the return on investment, which means that it makes it easy for me to stack and to see whether a deal is actually worth doing, if a house is actually worth buying. And it shocks me how many people, even property investors, like how many of them actually struggle to calculate this. So that's why I put this video together. I'm going to make it super easy, super clear, how to find out how you calculate the return on investment. And if you stick around until the end of the video, what I've done is I've created a really easy to use free tool that I'm going to give you access to. So make sure you stick around till the end where I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. But before we get into how to calculate ROI, it's really important to understand what ROI actually is, return on investment, what it actually is. Okay, so return on investment, it is essentially how long it takes for you to get the money that you've put into a deal back out again. Okay, and it's worked out into a percentage, and it's worked out per annum. So if you had a 100% return on investment, that means within the first year, the money that you've put into the deal, you'll get back out again. Or if you had a 25% return on investment, that means it would take you 4 years to get your money back out, because it would take 25% to get 100%. Make sense? And the thing is, guys, not a lot of people actually look at this. When people are buying houses, they think, oh Jack, I've bought this house in a lovely area. It's a really nice area. It doesn't really matter. Oh, but you don't understand. It's got a lovely garden. It's really. It honestly doesn't matter. What you need to work out is what is the return on investment. Okay, so to calculate your return on investment, you need two main figures. The first one is how much money are you putting into the deal? And the second number that you need to work out is how much are you going to get out of the deal every year. Okay, so step one, how do you know how much money you're putting into the deal? Okay, so what you need to figure out is, firstly, how you're going to buy the property. Most people would put down a 25% deposit on a house, and they would get a 75% mortgage, buy-to-let mortgage, so that they can buy the house and rent it out. Okay, so you got a 25% deposit. You've got your solicitor fees, your mortgage broker fees, you've got stamp duty. So you just need to know exactly all the different things, all the different areas where money is going to be coming out of your pocket and into the property. How much is going to be invested in this deal. The second step is to figure out your profit. How much profit are you going to make every single month? So the way you would figure this out is you would find your rental income, and then you would just minus all your different expenses. So of course, if you've got a mortgage, you've got to factor in your mortgage payments. You've got to factor in any voids, people where the property might not be tenanted. I usually would factor in 10% for that. Maintenance, again, another 10% of your rental income you've got to factor in for any maintenance that might be involved. And depending on how you actually want to run the property, you may also want to get an estate agent to manage the property as well. That's usually going to be about 8 to 10% as well. So the way that I calculate it is I calculate my monthly rent, my monthly mortgage payments, all my expenses, and I work that out. Okay, so I've got my profit per month, and then I just times that by 12. And that will then give me my annual profit, okay? So I've got my annual profit, and I've also got how much I've put into the deal. So you've got your annual profit, and you've got how much money you've put into the deal. All you do is you divide one by the other. You divide your annual profit by how much money you've put in, and then you times it by 100. That will give you the percentage, and ladies and gentlemen, you have your ROI. And for me personally, I love working off examples. It brings things to life a bit more, and it just helps make more sense out of things. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump on my laptop right now. We're gonna find a random house, and together we're gonna calculate the ROI, so that you can see exactly what the process is and what the process I go through when I'm calculating the ROI on a rental property. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've just gone to a website called Rightmove, rightmove.co.uk, and I'm just going to search for a random area. Let's just go with Stoke-on-Trent. So we've got Stoke-on-Trent here, and we're going to search for some properties. So all you need to do is put in your criteria and figure out where you actually want to buy and what you want to buy. So I'm just going to go with Stoke-on-Trent within a mile. We're going to put it at a minimum of £50,000, but a maximum of £80,000. I want a minimum of 2 bedrooms. I want houses, yep. I don't mind when it was added, but I don't want to include ones under offer. Okay, so I'm going to search and find properties. Okay, I'm going to filter these by lowest price first. And actually, straight away, this has been promoted, this property, on Rightmove, but I'm just going to click on it anyway. Let's go with this, actually. This makes sense. Okay, yeah, let's just go with this. Fantastic. So it is a 2-bedroom terraced house on Ashworth Street in Stoke-on-Trent. It's going for £65,000. Any details? 2-bed terraced. Currently tenanted for £400. That makes it super easy because we don't actually need to now work out how much rent it's going to go for. We know it's going to go for £400 per calendar month. Fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up the calculator on my phone. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do all the working out here off of my phone. So the 2 steps that we took, we needed to find out how much we are putting into the deal, and we're also finding out how much profit we're going to make. So we'll go with how much we're putting into the deal first. So I'm going to go off of a 25% deposit on this property. So we've got £65,000. I'm going to find out 25%. So we've got 16,250. Okay, 16,250 is the deposit. So that's straight away coming out of our bank account. 16,250. Now you've got other things to factor in, like your stamp duty. Whereas, I mean, you wouldn't have to pay stamp duty on this if it's your first property. So we're just going to base it off of that. We're going to assume that this is the first property you've got. So we're not paying any stamp duty on this property. So then we've just got to really figure out, we've got to find, we've got to get a mortgage broker, and we've got to pay for solicitor fees and all that kind of thing. So let's just say it's going to cost £1,000 for our solicitor fees, and it's going to cost £500 for our mortgage broker. These are just going to be rough figures. I'm just going to base it off of a very simple calculation. Okay, so we also had the 16,250. So in total, we are putting in £17,750 onto this property. £17,750. I'm going to remember that. Okay, 17,750. Got it locked. Okay. So we know for a fact already that in its current condition, it's already tenanted. I mean, it looks all right. I mean, I'd get rid of that fireplace, but the kitchen's okay. Like currently it's tenanted, so clearly it's in a livable condition. It seems fine. It seems okay. So I'm just gonna go off of not doing any work to the property. Okay, so we've got 17,750 gone into it. And so we're figuring out, so we're basing it off of the £400 per month. Let's factor in 10% for voids, 10% for any maintenance that's going to be taking place. So we've got those factored in, so let's times that by 0.8. So we've taken off 20% straight away. We're going to say we're going to manage it ourselves, so we're not going to pay for any agency fees. However, we do need to pay for the mortgage, okay? So we're going to calculate the mortgage based off of a 3% mortgage rate, okay? So we've got 320 there. So we had 16,250. That's how much we put into the property as a deposit. So let's say we buy it for the 65,000. We take away the 16,250. So we need to get a mortgage of 48,750. Okay, that's how much we need to get on a mortgage. So if I times that by 0.03, that'll give me 3%. So that's how much I'm going to pay annually, but I'm going to divide that by 12. So I'm going to be paying £121, let's just say £122 per month as a mortgage payment. So we had the 400 rental, we took off the 20%, so that gave us 320. Then we're going to take off the £122 as the mortgage payment. So that is it. We're roughly getting about £200 per month profit every single month. Okay, so if we just do that, we're going to go 198 times it by 12, which gives us our annual, profit. And then we go through the simple step of dividing it by how much money we put into the deal. So we put in 17,750. I hope I've remembered that right. There we go, and then we just times it by 100, and that gives us the percentage. and the percentage is 13.3%. Okay, 13.3% is all right. I mean, it's better than the bank. I mean, yeah, if you think a bank, you'll maybe get 1 or 2%. So to be getting 13%, that's not too bad at all, considering and comparing it to a bank. But in terms of property, I personally wouldn't buy this property. I personally wouldn't go for it. I'd be looking for a bit of a higher percentage. And also something else that you can figure out as well, 13.3. So if you go on 100% divided by 13.3, we can see, there we go, that's calculated that it would take 7.5 years to get the money that we've put in back out. Okay, so we put in 17,750. That means in 7.5 years, we would make £17,750 back. Does that make sense? We get that back out of the property. So that is essentially it, guys, in a nutshell. It's a really easy thing to calculate, but it's so important. None of this, oh, but it's in a nice area, oh, but it's got a nice garden. I mean, those things might matter a little bit, but ultimately what matters is your return on investment. How much are you getting out for how much you're putting in? Now, I made a little tool, like I said at the start of the video, that I want to give you guys free access to. So it's a free ROI, return on investment calculator. So all you need to do is put in your numbers, and rather than trying to calculate all the percentages and all that kind of thing, you just fill it in really easy, really simply, and you'll get all the numbers back out with your return on investment, how long it will take for you to get your money back, all those kinds of things. It's there, and the link is just in the description. So just head down to that link, click the link, and you'll be able to download it and use it really easily. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. I hope that the ROI calculator works really well. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments, and please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's I love making these videos and I want to make more, so just make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading, so you don't miss an upload, and so you get to see all the content that I'm creating. But anyway, that is it. I hope it's been helpful. Drop a comment with any questions. Make sure you smash the like button, and I will see you in the next video.